How's it going, everybody? Chaos Gaming here, and yes, we are back with some more My Hero Ultra Impact. And in today's video, we're going to be going over day 1 of the 9th Club Festival. Yes, it has finally released. Now, I didn't think I was going to be able to voice myself before day 1 finished. I thought I had to wait for day 2 to do the recording for day 1. Like, you know, me going over the footage that I recorded and all that. But hey, I guess some way, somehow, we found a way to do so. Now, it sucks, though, in my personal opinion, because now I don't even get to do it live with you guys. I gotta just talk over it. You guys know how I feel about recording myself over pre-recorded footage. I'd rather have you guys have the raw reaction to it. But before we do go over that, I'm gonna read the stage rules because this is the newest Club Festival that is out. So, of course, we always gotta see what they are on about. So first auto skill for the stage rules characters. Increases the action skill impact of all allies by 20% if the character is STR type, aka red type character. Increases plus ultra move skill impact of all allies by 30% if the character is a yellow type character. Increases characters plus ultra gauge by 30% after character attacks an opponent one time with an action skill. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. Increases characters plus ultra move skill impact by 20% after character receives 1 action skill. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. Block characters, recovery, and buffs after character receives 20 action skills up to 1 time. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. Increases character's action skill impact by 20% after character attacks an opponent 1 time with the plus ultra move. So mostly what you're going to be seeing from STR types and from yellow type characters is the ability to pop off with damage, and also building up plus ultra gauges, and also having the ability to boost up the plus ultra move skill impact. And then for the same thing can be said for the opponents. So increases characters plus ultra gauge by 30% after character attacks an opponent 1 time with an action skill. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. Increases characters plus ultra move skill impact by 10% after character receives 1 action skill. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. Blocks characters recovery and buffs after character receives 20 action skills up to 1 time. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. Increases character's action skill impact by 20% after character attacks an opponent 1 time with a plus ultra move. Multi-hit attacks equal 1 attack. And then reduces burning, bleeding, and frost damage to character by 95%. Increases character's resistance to confusion, paralysis, binding, freezing, fear, stun, and meatloaf when the character is affected by the status ailment. So, you know what I'll actually do for you guys? Just for this Club Festival, I'll probably do an extra attempt on the EX stage. Because, again, I want you guys to have, like, some recording of me live doing it. But now let's go take it back in time. And let's go over from stage 8 or stage 9, I think. I don't remember which one it was. You know, 8, 9. Can we make that a new thing? We got 6, 7. Why not make it 8, 9? But real quick, we're going to go over there and see me come all the way up to the EX stage. Guys, so real quick, I'm going to show you this first footage right here is me stage skipping. We got all the way up to stage 8. Then we took on those 2 stages, and then from there, we were on to stage 10. Now, I wanted to try this team right here because it does feature the Gaizo, Best Genius himself. And, you know, as him being released before the Club Festival was coming out, you know, because red and yellow, that's what they want you to use, red and yellow. I was like, hey, you know what? Let's build a team around this guy, and let's see how we fare from there. So, we are going to be slower, though. Sadly, that is the case because of Bakugo being here. Even though Bakugo, again, one of the best tanks in the game. But he does make a sacrifice going up against this hostile. We also Ida on the team as well. Ida does, you know, make it go zoom as well. So we get the first action skill there. We got the bind on the Ida, which is sick. But however, I'm just going to tell you guys this right now. Things are going to not go as they want me to go. Like, I want it to be a win, but Fate has other plans. And you know what's crazy too? That Ida is bounded, but yet we still are slower. Like, how? Make that make sense to me. Alright, so we're activating some action skills here. We're getting the AoE off. Now, the reason why we do make Bakugo go last on the skill chain is because of the fact that he does have the support memory that does give us critical skill impact and critical hit rate as well. And also, since he is a, you know, an AoE STR type character as well, and we want Best Genius most of the time to go first, we can make him do a little bit more damage than he usually does. So why not? You guys follow me? Because look, he does damage. Look at that. He does damage for sure, dude. Like, you would never see the average Bakugo doing that much damage unless you are going up against, you know, a character that's doing 99 damage turn 1 and is hitting AoE everybody. That's the only time you're going to be seeing that instance. I mean, so we have momentum so far. I mean, Ida did get absolutely mollywhopped, but, you know, if you don't have a hide character going up against Gakure, you're most likely going to be feeling the full potential of what that character is going to do to you. That's why I'm preaching to you guys that if they spam the Huddle this Club Festival, make sure you have a character that is search for the enemy, specifically Fantasy Version 3 Endeavor. That is the perfect counter to Haru, in my personal opinion, especially if you do run him alongside the Yellow Fantasy Version 3 Hawks. That is a duo right there that makes that girl feel absolute fear. Like, she is not going to be living that much longer when you have that Endeavor going around. So yeah, I mean, just look at the healing, dude. And you got the stupid Kaminari as well. Who in the dev team thought, yeah, this is going to be the greatest thing we can ever do for a club festival day one. We're going to add the Kaminari along as well. So most people that don't even have good characters like that are going to suffer like crazy. Because that man is also a healing merchant. And then you add the Hagakure as well. He becomes a Hagakure merchant as well. I'm going to say the Hagikuri merchant because Hagakure and healing at the same time. So from there, yep, as we see, you know, Hagakure doing her stuff. And then from there, we see Bakugo dying, which is crazy. But, you know, we're at that point where they're going to start doing a lot of damage as well. Imagine Kaminari with the ability to do a lot of damage. That is scary, dude. I do not want this character getting buffed whatsoever if they do make it to where they are more consistent with buffing characters, which they haven't been in a while. It's been like 3 or 4 months now since the last time. And if anything, this would have been the perfect time to do so. I'm of the opinion in the 4th anniversary, they should have buffed at least 3 to 4 characters. Oh, and then my phone started going on 20% as well. I was like, oh no, damn it, my phone is on freaking 20%, dude. Why? So I was looking for my charger. And then from there, after I came back home looking for my charger, I was like, you know what, damn, whatever. Alright, we're just gonna move on for that. So then now we got this team right here, as I mentioned earlier, which is featuring Fantasy Version 3, Endeavor, and Hawks. And I also like to run Snowboarding Hawks because he reduces damage, he power-ups heroes as well. He makes it to where, you know, critical is not going to be a big problem at all. And then just the covering with the evasion, it's just all too good to not have on the team. Now, I would love to run Endeavor with my, you know, support memory that gives him evasion 8 times, because that goes really well with him in Ultra Arena. But since Ida does have the ability to go through that with Bullseye, it does make things a little bit tricky for both Hawks and the Endeavor and the other Hawks as well. I mean, even though, again, Hawks does give us the ability to reduce damage down, but still, you know, at the end of the day, you're still going to be taking that damage. And Endeavor is frail as well. That man can't take damage. Even though with Hawks here, he can still take a little bit of damage. You got to be careful with that. Look how much damage he did, though. Jesus Christ. Like, 69k. I mean, he could eventually get there, but turn 2? I mean, the only type of damage you're going to see like that from Endeavor is if the Hagakure is weak as hell. Like, the Hagakure is not maxed out. But yeah, watch it. We're about to see big boy boom numbers go from Endeavor right here. Like, this is Endeavor versus All For One in Season 7. That's the damage you're going to see right here. When he loses his arm and he's going off on him, he's like, keep your hands to yourself! Which we need that in Ultra Impact, by the way, please. Yeah, look at that. Boom! 999 across the board. Oh my god. Yeah, Hagakure is leaking at this point. She's like, help me, please! Give me some light to absorb! No! Get the hell up out of here. Your whole rotation is gone too. I don't like you at all. And then now we got Kaminari with the Mina. Now, normally this will be a problem for Endeavor if Fantasy Version 3 Hawks wasn't here. But since he is here, and the piercing shot that he gives, and all the other support he gives to Endeavor as well. Sorry, buddy. You're getting the hell up out of here, son. Boom! Look at the damage right there. But it does take a little bit for that to happen. I'm just going to let you know this like that. But eventually we are going to get the boom. You're going to get out of here. Just don't worry. That is happening. And crazy as well that Mina is here. So let's say with our first team, right? We were, you know, we managed to kill the Hagakure. We managed to kill, actually no, let's not say the Hagakure. We managed to kill the Ida, and we managed to kill the Hawks, and it's Hagakure, Mina, and Kaminari. Bro, I think my team would have been done for free. No problem at all. If it was the first team, we would have had to get lucky with Best Genius always hitting the bounds every single time and then doing max damage as well to Kaminari. Which, I mean, this club festival was made for him to do damage, but you know, the other two ain't just popping off like Best Genius is, and you know what, I might as well say goodbye. Alright, so now we got Endeavor doing his plus ultra 79k with no crit. Imagine crit, boom, 999, no problem. And then at this point, I just want to explain this as well. Like, if there is no hide character, you can let Endeavor go first with his action skill that lowers defense. So then Hawks Fantasy Version 3 could even do more damage. that's beautiful just to have that itself. So we do manage to beat stage 10. So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit right here. And then we're going to move on into stage 11. Which is, you know, we start off strong. But then something happens. And that thing that happens, I thought that we were going to go into this fight killing Hagakure. Not so much the case. At all. You guys are going to see right here, right now, what I'm talking about. Alright, so we get the power-up from Snowboarding Hawks, and we get the AoE from our Hawks right here. 19k a piece fire, and then 11k a piece on that? Like, come on, man. Woo-wee, that's what we like to see. And then, bam. Now, we didn't get hit with the bullseye from Ida, because Ida needs evasion in order to get the bullseye, if I'm not mistaken. So we got lucky right there. But however, if Hagakure does give him that nice, beautiful evasion, then from there, you know, Ida's gonna do what he, normally wants to do when he gets the evasion. So we dodge again, nice. We can get hit with a 15k there. Plus ultra ready to go from him. Which, funny enough though, both the Hawks and the Hagakure don't get their plus ultras. But then, you know, Hawks does so much damage. Kills the Endeavor. Which I was shocked at that point. I'm like, oh, whoa, what's going on, Chief? How is this even happening right now? Like, what the hell? Which, why I wanted to do another attempt this time. Maybe we get lucky again, and then the evasion goes to the, you know, the Hawks again, because then at that point, Ida's not going to get his bullseye. We might live a little bit longer, and then Endeavor's going to be able to do a little bit more damage. So that's the extra attempt I want to do for you guys in this video. And you guys go, so let me know down below what teams did you run for day one. I'm very curious about what you guys ran as well. I feel like the main team that you do want to run going up against this fight, though, is going to be like a version of where you have, you know, a search for the enemy character, fantasy version 3 Endeavor, and then you have Hawks as well. That's, I feel like one of the best setups you could possibly run. Like, both of those two running together, you're going to get your damage on. Possibly could get some kills as well, but maybe there's other teams that people don't that did even better. I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody ran, let's say, like, no, because, I mean, would they even try that? Like, Bakugo, and then Bakugo Midoriya, and then you got Bakugo that has Search for the Enemy, one of the first Bakugos that introduced Search for the Enemy. And then, what would you have, like, Kirishima or something like that? Because then I was like, you know, like, these guys are doing more damage, and then if you don't have, like, Kirishima and Toga together, then Kirishima's gonna get exposed a little bit. You gotta be careful there. But there is another character that I'm thinking about, I know people are going to run, and it's going to be Mina Ashita, because Mina Ashita does some DPS. She really nukes you there with the DPS, dude. She goes, like, when she's built up, she's built up. Like her, Hagakure, and I can see another red type character doing some damage here. Oh my god. That's going to be annoying. I mean, so far, you know, we're doing good. Because again, Bakugo, one of the best tanks in the game, holding it down for us for now. And the fact that Hawks is doing damage, that's crazy. Because that Hawks, he doesn't really do damage until like you go a little bit more into the fight. But the fact that he's already doing damage like that, that's a good thing. And he's not boosted too in this fight. That's what's crazy. He's not boosted. So then from here, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to use my actions because right here, you know, get the power up going. And then get another AoE going. And then get the other AoE going. And it's just, you know, keeping those AoEs going. Why not let it fly? As one of my favorite YouTubers back in the day said, why not let it fly? Alright, so now we're going to activate our plus ultras once again. Hagakure with her stupid support. And then 33k from Hawks. He didn't have to do me like that. And the snowboarding Hawks, dodge as well. But then this Bakugo right here is going to be hitting the Hagakure for 97k. 97k on the plus ultra. Can you feel a better number to hit the Hagakure than like a 97k? Like, once you hit the 90s on the Hagakure, it's just like, whew, yes! That's what I love to hear and feel and see. Hey, man, you can hear the Bakugo doing the, you know, action slow animation, and then, you know, you can hear the 97k. Am I being stupid? I'm being very stupid. I'm sorry. It's just, again, that's what happens with these pre-recordings, dude. That's what happens. You know, you gotta make stuff up on the fly. And I give my props to YouTubers that are able to do this on the fly. Like, no problem whatsoever. I mean, I'm doing good so far, but eventually, you know, it's gonna slip. It's like that meme. It's slipping. It's slipping. Alright, and then we got Ida hitting Bakugo. Type disadvantage. Max damage on the block. That is crazy. Max damage like that. 27k on Hawk. Pretty good. Wait, does Bakugo not die? I thought Bakugo died. Oh my god. Wait, Bakugo actually lived through the whole fight? Hold on, we gotta see right here. Let's see. Alright, so Ida hits the Hawks. Hits the Hawks again because of his rush skill. AoE. Damn. Wait, so... Whoa. Okay, actually Bakugo lived through the whole fight. I thought he died eventually, but he did not. Alright, so that's basically it with all the footage we have. I mean, I don't even know what this footage here is. What is this footage? I just added it just in case. Oh, okay, this is me showing the stage rules because I didn't think I would have enough time to show the stage rules for day one. I mean, even though it's going to be out through the entirety of the club festival, you know, I want to show, like, on day one that we got the stage rules ready to go so I can read it out to you guys. But you know what? Now that we actually did take a look at the footage that we did from my first attempt, let's try a second attempt now. That's what I want to do. Let's get a second attempt going. So, we got our team right here. And then I want to swap this support memory. Where is it? Where is it? Where are you, buddy? Actually, let's just filter to SR. It is maxed out, so it should be somewhere relatively up here. I was gonna click this one. Like, there it is right there, but no, Fumikage is not there. It has to be Fumikage and him. Is it the last one on the, like, 95? It's literally, like, the last one on the 95. So, bam, we got this going. And let's get into the fight. Let's see this time if Endeavor lives all the way to, like, turn 8, turn 9 or something. That would be good. If he was able to live then, that means we're making Hagakure our little girl. Even though she is a little girl already, but, you know, you guys get the context for that. You know, like, he's basically, like, strolling around doing nothing. Alright, so, we'll do this, this, and this. Let's see our damage turn 1 with Endeavor. It should be nice. 6k on each character, and then, like, a little bit of 4 to 5k on the Hagakure. Alright, dodge. Dodge, yep. As long as Ida doesn't get it, we're fine. We have 2 plus ultras ready to go. I mean, I could just let these fly right here and then activate the actions. Because, I mean, why not? Let's go. Let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. Alright, so then we have the dodge once again. 17k. Okay, so max damage. Beautiful. And then Endeavor, he's going to be hitting the max damage as well. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Alright, let's keep him alive. Let's keep him alive. That's the goal. Keep him alive for as long as we can. Now, as I'm going to say again, if there is no hide character, you want Endeavor to go first on his action skill. But since there is a hide character, we want him to go second so he could do a little bit more damage, 1. And then number 2, we make it Hawk go last so he can do more damage as well. And also he has the support memory that does give us critical skill pack and critical if you guys remember. Next damage. And then next damage as well on that Hawks. We dodge, nice. Ida's gonna hit us. Oh, this time Hawks gets one-shotted. It's not the Endeavor, which it does suck, but I'll take it. I'll take it for now. Especially since now that we have Bakugo here with Endeavor, it's gonna make him live even longer. I'm just gonna do this. Reason being is because, you know, I want the... Oh, but she's gonna activate her action skill regardless. That's the problem. Do we just let it fly with the plus ultras at this point? And then just give Endeavor the cooldown and all that? Might as well. I mean, literally might as well. 57k with a recovery block and then dodge, nice. But that could come to an end soon. It could come to an end very soon. Alright, nice. Max damage once again. Alright, they're gonna activate anything this turn. Are we gonna... Yes, we are faster. No matter what, we are faster, so we're gonna get the buff block on the Hagakure. Nice, that's beautiful right there. Alright, so bam. Actually, what we could start doing now after this is making Endeavor the last of the skill chain. Because we don't have the Hawks anymore. There's no point in making it to where, you know, he's not the last on the skill chain. So we can maximize his damage even more than we already are. And, I mean, for this instance, his defensive debuff really isn't going to matter like that. Oh, we could just let plus ultra fly again. I mean, do we just let the... Oh, we could also get the defensive debuff on the same time. That's the thing. Do we go for the defensive debuff or do we go for the plus ultras? I mean, like, because we get the in case the opponent is hiding. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it's tricky. It's tricky, dude. But you know what? Yeah, let's get the defensive debuff. Let's see if we can get it off or not. Bam, 1. With the AoE 2. And I get the defensive debuff. Nice. That's 3. Hagakure activates the plus ultra right here. I'm hoping that Bakugo, like, because he lived from the last fight, that he is able to live once again. Because now that we are on turn 7, if they hit him with plus ultras again, we're going to have the ability to get our enhance effects, which is going to come super clutch for us. Nice, Buffalo being active. Max damage from Hawks right there. We don't like that. Alright, so yeah, you think your hide is going to save you? And your evasion? Sorry, buddy. Get hit with this max damage. It's just crazy, the healing, dude. The healing is insane. And it's just... I don't think anybody's going to be able to kill a character right here. Unless it's like maxed out Hagak. I mean, sorry, not Hagak, right? Wait, what? Hello? Did I miss it with Bakugo? That's what I get for monologuing, basically. But yeah, if they have a, like, maybe a maxed out Endeavor or something like that. Or maybe Froppy as well. Like, it could be either or. Alright, so let's do this. And then we'll get the uppercut going as well. And then we'll get the defensive debuff with the max damage. Now again, like, it doesn't matter if Hawks doesn't get hit by it with the defensive debuff, or the Ida doesn't get hit by the defensive debuff. As long as you got Hagakure with the defensive debuff, that's what we want. Plus ultras once again. So we have her support going up. We dodge. And then Hawks, dodge. But this, max damage, beautiful. And then Ida's going to activate his for 49k. And then Bakugo Midoriya is going to do, damn, more than like 100k on Hagakure. Nice. Alright, so on turn 11, we only need 3 more turns left in order to be done with this fight. Bakugo hit him, bam, nice. And another AoE, bam, nice. No support for you. We are not allowing it at all. Hawks is going to activate his plus ultra, dodge, nice. Alright, so 12. Turn 12. What we could do, I'm just going to make it to where turn 13 we are going to have all of our plus ultras activated. Why not at this point? Alright, 8,000. Max damage. Actually doing 51k to Yellow Hawk. 8,000. Damn, we lost our block with Bakugo. That sucks. Alright, so now we'll do this. Kind of hoping... I was going to say, but they didn't let me finish. I was kind of hoping we can end it off with Bakugo being here, but they didn't even let me get the chance to even preach that. Oh my god. Alright, buddy. I get that you hate him, but doesn't mean you got to destroy him like that. I mean, we didn't even kill a single one of y'all. The least you can do is let me walk away happy. Like, oh my god. So this is the last turn. I mean, might as well go all off like this. There's no reason to activate the first action skill with Momo at all. Like, that would just be stupid of me. Nice, good damage. Alright, so Hawks activates his plus ultra one last time to do absolutely 0. So my official score for the first time I remember it being 123,000. This time it was less? Less? How is it less? What the hell? We're doing, I feel like, way more damage when we had Endeavor here than the first time on my recording when we were having it with Hawks. That is crazy. I think maybe the reason why that could be the case is because Bakugo died as well. That is crazy. But with that, that's where we end today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and comment if you want to. You don't have to, but it's always greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe. Again, you can let me know down below the teams you have used for day 1 of Club Festival. Also, let me know the difficulty for you in day 1 Club Festival. I feel like majority of the people are going to say it's kind of tough, hard, or it's just like they couldn't kill anybody at the end of the day. And with that, I'll see ya next time for day number 2.